Oh, yeah. That is absolutely amazing. That is our French dip in there. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today we're doing probably one of the best beef sandwiches. We're using a really tough cut of meat. We're using chuck roll or brisket or stewing steak. I've got 1.5 kilos here. Full of fat, delicious tasty meat if cooked slow or cooked in the pressure cooker. We are making the French dip sandwich. Let's get on and do it. Come on. So a bit of veggie prep to do. We want to slice some onions and we want to mince some garlic. This is a very easy recipe. I mean, it is ridiculously easy. And you can eat beef. You eat in the sandwich, the dip we're going to do today, or you know, after you've had the dip in the sandwich, if you don't want to dip anymore, you can always take the beef, you can put it in puff pastry, make hand pies. Okay, onions, we want some slices, nice and steady. Sliced onions. Right, we got some garlic here. We're going to give this a mince over. I'm just going to run a knife over. That'll do. Quite a nice lump of garlic there, look. Okay, what we're going to do is mix up some powders for this meat. This is onion and garlic powder in there. We want some paprika, smoky or plain, up to you, in there. Give that a mix. Want a little bit of salt and pepper in there. Give that a mix through. Right, that's our powdered spices to go over our meat. How easy is that? Our meat then, I want to get some gloves on because we're going to pat this all over with that spice powder. Okay, we got this lovely braised steak chuck roast there, look. Nice and steady. We want this all over there. Give that a good one of those. Turn it over. Same on this side. I think that is flavoured up beautifully on there. Got you. Quite a lot on there. Right. We're going to sear this and it'll be ready to go. So bring in your pan and we want some oil in there. We're going to sear this meat and then it's going in the Instant Pot liner. Flame on, come on. Fabulous looking meat. Okay, our meat in there. And that bit. Now this is called a French dip sandwich, but it's not French at all, it's American. And they say it originated round about early 1900s in Los Angeles. So we just want a good sear on this, okay? We are definitely trying to brown it up dark brown. Don't worry about that. We're not going to cook it because obviously it's too tough for meat. It's going to cook in there. Okay, so we want a good sear on here. Now for this dish, the French part probably comes from the French bread and the dip is the dip into the gravy. However, 2 restaurants back in the time claim that they first invented this dish. Philippe, the original, and Cole's, the dip. Anyway, French dip, it's a fantastic fantastic way to get your beef, if you like beef, from a tough cut using the pressure cooker. If you cook it stovetop, you're cooking this for about 5 hours, a long time. 3, 4, 5 hours, depending how you want the meat. If you want to slice it, obviously about 3 or 4 hours. If you want it to pull apart with forks, about 5 hours. We're going to cook it for 70 minutes. That's it. We're going to turn it, and we might turn it back again. We want a good colouring on here. A really good colouring. That's our flavour crust forming there, look. That looks absolutely sensational. So we are going to be wanting our Instant Pot liner. So let's put that there. And that 1.5 kilos of meat should just fit in there, look. Fabulous. Oh, now we're talking, look at that. Okay, when you've got a bit of colour on there like that, dump that in the Instant Pot and chuck your onions in here. Onions in there. Give it a little bringing off the bottom. So you're wanting about 5 minutes on these onions. See if we can tinge them up a bit. And then we'll chuck our garlic in. Now the thing is, you could saute your meat in the Instant Pot. I don't use the sautés, you know. I'd rather have control in the pan, throw it all in there, let the pressure cooker do its own thing. Everybody to their own. If you want to saute in the pan, please feel free. It's exactly the same as we're doing, but you do it in there. The only thing is, you would have to saute the meat in there and take the meat out, and then you would carry on with the rest of the stuff. So it's really irrelevant. You know, we've done it the other way. Meat in there, this lot goes in there. Okay, when you've got a bit of tinging on there, in with all that garlic. Give it a little 30 seconds, we'll stir it in. Give it a little cooking for a minute. Now, beef stock today is made out of granules and a stock cube. We don't want it too thick to start off with in here. So we'll just add a little bit of that in there. Scrape all the fond off the bottom of the pan. We want it all in this one. I'm just going to go in there with some dried thyme. Now you can use fresh thyme with this. We're going dried. It's going in now. And you want to go in with Worcester sauce or Henderson's. We're going to mix it. Now you want in a couple of tablespoons, so we can do that. So it's up to you, either or. And we want to go in there with some soy sauce, light soy sauce. I'm going to give that a stir up. Whoo-wee. That smells good. In there with a little bit more of your gravy. We're going to tip the rest in there, but let's just bring that in. There you go, there's some flavour right there. That is the cooking done, apart from the Instant Pot. So there is our Instant Pot liner with our beef in there, look. Okay, there's no more to it. Then we'll tip that gravy in there, look. Okay, we want that lot in there. Easy as that. Not a problem. That's it. Well, a couple of tablespoons of butter in there. Give us that nice buttery flavour through our gravy. There you go. That in there. Lid on. So it's just press that there. We want the pressure cooker on and we want 70 minutes. So that's an hour and 10. There you go, job done. So we're on for 70 minutes. In 70 minutes time, we'll let it naturally pressure release for about 15 minutes. Because we want really pull apart beef, and then we'll just manually pressure release it. That's it, cooking done. Okay, when you've had your time on there, look, it's now gone 16 minutes natural release. We can flick the switch on the top and release it manually. There you go. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take that out of there, the meat out of there, onto a tray, cover it with foil. Okay, so you take the lid off, let the steam go away from you. And there we go. Fantastic bubbling goodness. Okay, it's a steady one. We want the meat out of there. And we're going to bob it on a tray. And there we have it. That beautiful, beautiful seared meat there, look. And look at this. Look how tender that is. Look. That is ridiculous from a tough cut of meat. Right, if we let this cool down, we might be able to slice that. We will see. So give it a covering. And that is it. Leave it 10 minutes. Now our gravy, it looks rich, it looks good. It's got all the meat fats in there, look, you can see that. It's too thin. It's a dip. Now yes, you can just dip it straight like that, or you can set to saute a little bit of a cornstarch slurry and thicken it, or you can take it out of that into a pan and thicken it. That's what I'm going to do, so you can see what we're doing. In here, some corn flour, and we want, or cornstarch, and we want a little bit of water in there. Give that a mix up, and that's our slurry. Nice and steady. Oh, look at that. There's some goodness right there. So it's a flame on. We're going to heat it up. As soon as it starts to boil or have a simmer on there, we're going to chuck this cornstarch slurry in there and cook until we thicken. And it's a nice simmery job until we get whatever we like in thickness. Oh, there's some smashing flavour here. Now the thing is with this, I don't tend to sieve it. I like all the bits in there. You could sieve it and you could just put your bits on your sandwich. Up to you. Okay, that's dippable. I like in that one. Right, I'm just going to put that on behind me to keep warm whilst we crack on with the sandwich. We've got the whole loaf here, look, you know, but we're just going to come down. We'll probably use 1/2 for this, make another one afterwards. Okay, straightforward in there. Slice up your bread. You don't have to go all the way through if you don't want. Now, if you've got a bread roll like this, which is quite a lot of breadiness, give it a push down with your fingers. Okay, just push it down. We want everything to sit in there, and it doesn't matter if it's got a little bit of a crusty chew on here by pressing it down. Okay, just press it down. You want some butter on there. Slab your butter on. One side, meat. Let's have a look at the meat. That is sensational. Now you decide, will it slice or will it not? And I don't think this will. Oh, I'm talking rubbish. There you go. You can slice this nice and steady like that and put it in your sandwich. Oh, beautiful. Nice joint of roast beef this, look. All from chuck roast. Okay, so you can slice it nice and steady, put it in your sandwich, and we're going to break some up. Right, come on. So the sandwich is basically a beef sandwich, buttered. Now, mayo works on there as well with butter. And then you put cheese on, provolone, mozzarella, anything that you like really. And you can put onions and things if you want. Okay, we're going to put that in there. We've got some lovely sliced beef there, look. Look at that. And look at this, come on. This is how you cook real quality food. And we got that there, look. Let's just break that up, that bit of fatty tissue that was once, not anymore. An amazing, amazing sandwich this. And can you see why we squashed it down? It all fits. Look at that. That's looking a bit special right there. You take your cheese. Okay, we want some cheese on there. Get your grill on. You're broiling this under the grill. You're melting this on there. You're going to get a bit of a crustiness. This is going to crust up. The butter's going to melt. And then that's going back on the top of there. As easy as that. Come on. Come on, it's only a melt the cheese. Let's have that out of there. Oh yeah. Oh, there we go. That is an absolutely fantastic French dip sandwich. Right, we need to get that served up. Come on. Off there. Oh. Onto our plate. Come on, in there, our dip. Look at that goodness. Oh, yeah. That is absolutely amazing. That is our French dip in there. Come on. There's no more to it than dunk that in there and get stuck in. And just look at this beef. Oh, come on. Oh. The ultimate in there. Oh, oh man. Oh, can we do it? That is absolutely gorgeous. grab yourself a roll of kitchen towel and get eating. Come on. Oh yeah. Oh, that is amazing. And if we open it up, look. Open it up. Look at our beef. Oh, look at this. It's a bit warm. Look. Look how ridiculously tender that is. How arm covered. Oh, there's just no other way in here. Come on. Happy bunny. That is ridiculously good. Now our dip in there with all those onions and the garlic and all the juices and everything from when we've cooked it in the Instant Pot. Fantastic. It's a sensational flavour. It's really high quality. High quality indeed. You want to keep that as a gravy if you don't use it all up. Oh man. Our beef, sensational. Our melted cheese in there. Oh, what a sandwich. There you go, a very easy cook with a cheap cut of meat, turning it into one of the best dip beef sandwiches you'll ever make. If you like what we're doing, share with your friends, tell them how easy it is to make this. And if you do like what we're doing, big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and we'll catch you in the next video. That is amazing.